We're diving into one of the most ambitious and controversial legislative efforts of 2025, the Big Beautiful Bill. This massive 1,100-page package promises to reshape America's tax code, border security, energy policy, and more. With a looming debt ceiling deadline and deep divisions within the GOP, the bill's fate hangs in the balance. Joining us today is Jackson Gosnell, an independent journalist that covers the top stories in our nation and host of Jackson Gosnell Live. Jackson, great to have you back. So part of this bill is a promise from candidate Trump delivering on the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security. It sounds great. People voted for him for this very reason. So what are the Democrats' contention with it?
Hey, Dana, it's good to be with you. A lot of Democrats are upset about this because they claim it's going to add to the deficit and cost the American people more money. I have some figures here. They say that $3.3 trillion would be added over the next couple of years, about 10 years. And so that's why you have a lot of opposition to this. But really, Democrats tend to oppose anything that Republicans bring. So if it's not this point, it would be something else. However, the president wants to get this through and get it done by the 4th of July. They're also claiming that people will lose health care in terms of what Democrats want out of this. And so there's a lot of holdouts, but not only holdouts for Democrats, there's also Republicans who have not been too happy about it either. I interviewed one yesterday who said, we have to unite behind this. That's what Congressman William Timmons told me, who represents the 4th Congressional District in South Carolina. You may have seen that another representative from South Carolina, Ralph Norman, initially held out on this just days ago, saying the bill didn't go far enough.
So there's factions in the party where not everybody's on board, and it's causing a divide. So do you think, with that said, how might it affect its passage? I mean, is there room for people to change their minds?
Well, I think so, because it's going to take a little while before it gets all the way to the floor for a vote. Obviously, the president was on Capitol Hill today. That was a rare visit. The president doesn't typically go to Capitol Hill, but he wanted to ensure that everybody was on the same page about this and really plead with them to get it done. I'm told that the president, he actually was really upset. He said he was frustrated about the holdouts, and he encouraged everybody to get on board as quickly as possible to see this through and to get it done. We're also told that the president spoke individually with certain members to sort of rally them to get it done. He wants this big, beautiful bill to be signed into law soon. Now, I mentioned earlier that the deficit would likely increase, but the White House is doing their own math on this, and they say that it's actually going to save taxpayers money long term because the economy is going to be fueled so much by this big, beautiful bill, bringing more business to America and creating more opportunities. So the White House claims that it's not going to add to the nation's debt, but instead is going to subtract from it by all that it's going to do.
So with Trump going to the Capitol today, obviously trying to, I don't know, drive momentum into this bill, maybe reassure some people, do you think those holdouts, not naming names, but we know who it is, do you think those holdouts, I mean, they've been pretty stern just from their voting history. Do you, I don't know, have the slightest inclination that they might be up for the change?
I think that people can be convinced when the president takes time out of his day to go to Capitol Hill and talk to people individually and as a group and whatever the case. I think those people are going to be certainly changing their minds, especially if they're Republican holdouts. I will also tell you that the president was asked, apparently, if he thought that those who were holdouts should be primaried, and he said maybe. So perhaps if they don't want to lose their elections as Republicans who potentially have his endorsement, then maybe they need to get on board and get this done before July 4th, which is what the president really wants.
All right. Jackson Gosnell, the House is aiming for a vote by Memorial Day. We'll see if that happens. Thanks for joining us, and have a good night.
Yeah, good to be with you, Dana. Thanks.
Thanks.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.